I'm Sean Rogers. I've been with SI Futures for 16 years, and my role in the company is multifaceted because as a small company, we tend to wear many hats. My primary hat is Risk and Compliance Officer. A typical day in my role involves compliance, governance oversight, dealing with clients, client engagement, you would call it, liaising with my colleagues about various aspects of compliance and governance, unfortunately. And I even do the odd support call on a daily basis to keep my hand on an old system that's coming to the end of its life. I think making sure that our company and our clients are protected and that we deliver on our promises to our clients and to each other. I started in IT as a mainframe engineer in the mid 1970s. Okay, so even before then, I had to do what you probably call an apprenticeship, but it was more like an internship in those days, where I had to learn how to. I did electronics at college. We studied valves. There were no ICs or transistors in those days. And then from working on old mechanical and electromechanical card punches, because mainframes, all data input was via card and all output was via printer, paper. And from there, I became a fully fledged mainframe engineer in the old days when the mainframes were single program. Eventually graduated to PCs and networking and started a couple of IT businesses, co-founded them with friends and colleagues, and exited them. And I think that gave me a good knowledge of how business and technology work together. Translating risk into business impact is one of the important ones. And trying to communicate with people properly, and then having the business side and the technical and technology side being able to explain and understand things to and from our clients from a business context and a technology context, and help simplify the complexity to make it understandable. I think that goes back quite a way, and that was founding one of the very first networking businesses in South Africa, a small company focused on communications between, in those days, PCs, and introducing the very first copper cabled Ethernet solution to the Cape Town City Council. I knew the founder in a private capacity, in that I got to know him reasonably well. A business partner of mine was his brother-in-law, and I respected Geordie Hogarth immensely. Some people found him a bit weird at times, but his ideas and his way, his outlook on business and looking after clients, and his loyalty to both his clients and his people really impressed me. And I thought it would be great to be part of a team like that. I've been in many work environments in my life, corporate and non-corporate, and the whole environment in SI Futures is amazing and always has been. And it stems from the top. It's a small, highly professional company that has a very little in the way of bureaucracy, which makes it very agile. And the management all the way to the top is very open to anybody's ideas and anybody's commentary on a better way of doing things or how to improve things. Everybody gets a say. Everybody's listened to seriously. Well, I think a lot of companies do it the opposite way around. They have a set number of building blocks that they try and fit whatever anybody's business requirements are into, whereas we are agnostic when it comes to actual products, and we do it the other way around. And I think one of the things we do is ensure that the technology choices are safe for our clients and compliant with legislation and aligned with their business outcomes. And we try and ensure that the compliance, governance, etc., doesn't impact on their ability to be agile as a client, doesn't slow them down. I love the whole vibe of it being a passionate team that is focused on genuine client impact. I really believe that all of our people have their clients and their clients' businesses at heart. Compliance from a security perspective can be quite daunting from the outside, can be quite complex. The risk exposure from a reputation point of view and from a compliance point of view can get you into trouble with regulators if you don't do it right. And the complexity of some of the connectivity challenges that are out there in the world today can also be quite daunting. And that's where understanding business requirements and then matching technology to them to try and simplify everything, I think is quite important. Yeah, and the regulatory environment is constantly evolving, so keeping people up to date on that is quite important. By trying to keep the governance frameworks simple and understandable, by managing risks and trying to develop clear and simplified guidelines for ourselves and our clients to navigate those compliance and regulatory pitfalls. I think if I go back to the Cape Town City Council, when the early days of PC networking, all the computers, all the PCs were linked together on basically one long coaxial cable. And if anything went wrong anywhere along the line, everything stopped working. And you can imagine trying to manage all those PCs and keep it all going so that they could provide services, to the people of the city. It was very difficult for them. And when we introduced the copper cabling solution, which is very commonplace today, it solved a lot of the issues they had there in being able to network the PCs, not just network them so that there was no aggregated issues when you had a problem on one. It also gave them a very high-speed computer network. I think transparency, fairness, ethics, and always being truthful. It's very simple, really. One of our founding CEO, one of his principles is you don't do anything for money. You do it to help your client, and the money comes as a byproduct. There's a couple of things. The skill levels we have, and the ability we have to do things quickly and at fair prices. When it comes to my role, it's how much governance and compliance work goes on in the background to protect them. I believe that we reduce risk for the client, we improve their compliance maturity, and basically strengthen their overall security posture, which protects them, their brand, their reputation, and of course their data. It's very important. Agility, strong governance, and most important of all, personalized service. We match technology to business requirements and not the other way around. And we protect our clients while we're doing it. You get some personal satisfaction from protecting clients, protecting our own business. Quite often you get a lot of pushback, and then a year down the line, people realize, ooh, good thing we've got that in place now. A lot of it is similar to what the company philosophy is, which is being open, truthful. Sometimes that open truthfulness has to be moderated to be professional, so that you choose your words carefully, but still offer that honest um, opinions and solutions, etc. You can't not in this field because everything is changing all the time. You get new challenges every day, and those new challenges basically force you to look at new solutions. And looking for those new solutions, you're learning all the time. You can't govern well unless you understand both the business and the technology. As a South African, watching rugby, braaiing, believe it or not, going for long walks on the beach. uh, yeah, I like to enjoy everything that our environment here in Cape Town has to offer. I try not to take it for granted. And having come from an inland African country originally, I really do appreciate all the different things that the Cape has to offer. Apocalypse Now, King Rat. Yes, I love food. I don't have a hobby per se. I do a lot of DIY. I like to do a bit of woodworking, and yeah, I do a lot of community service with local neighborhood watch. I'm on the committee. You feel fulfilled when you are giving service to your community. I think that's very important. More people should get involved. Two letters, AI. Trying to learn a lot more about it and how it can help us keep up with the compliance, governance, risk management, and help automate and do a more thorough job on all of those for us internally and for our clients, to make it easier for everybody to be able to do their governance and compliance properly without it having a major impact on their own business productivity. Teaching somebody else to do what I do at my age, I don't think my role is going to be around for much longer. Well, my role will be, but personally, not so much. Personally, it would be to have taken my earlier um, education more seriously and got a university education. Doesn't matter what it is. A lot of the ancillary subjects that people learn at university helps them immensely in their future lives. I've seen it with my kids. And to change something professionally, funny enough, would be not to trust so many people.